Hi, welcome everybody, it's Paul with Southern Adirondack Outdoors, and we also have Andy with us today, up in the gator setting up the other camera. And the subject of today, we're up in the woods, not the mill, as you can tell. A few years ago, probably 5 years ago, this is a big white pine that's hung up. It's still attached at the base. Came down in a storm, I think 5 years ago. It's in a cherry crotch. Take you over there. And it's about 24 inches in diameter down towards the base. And probably won't be able to get you in there good, but on this cherry, there's a branch coming off to the left, which is the sitting in. And then it's also leaning against this maple here. So we're wedged in between the cherry and the maple, a little bit of a tension, a little flex to it. And the cherry also has a second trunk, which doesn't appear to be involved, but so last fall I was going around the woods, cleaning up broken tops and basically cutting up junk is what I call it. And I found myself standing right under that hanging top, without even knowing it, just because I started wandering around cutting up stuff. So having me a little nervous, it's time for this to go. Problem is, how do I get it out of that cherry crotch up there? Sometimes make fun out of these things and find a bigger hammer. Now right here, well, it's about 30 feet behind it or so, maybe 20. There's another white pine that the top is broken out of. So I think that's gonna be my hammer. Let's see if I can drop it on this dead fallen white pine and get them both down on the ground. Hopefully. Now this is a little bit risky, but it can be fun too. Andy wanted to have me take a picture or something. This old white pine stump, that's where the beam for the sawmill shed came from. It goes over the big opening. And it's fallen, there's some rotten chunks I'd taken off. They're falling right up towards where the tractor is. That was a bear to pull out. That's heavy. Not quite as planned, but
I'm afraid we're going to break that one, or one of them.
yeah. Looks like we got two good, maybe a 12-footer and an 8-footer up there at least. It didn't go quite as planned, but it came out of the cherry up there, cherry crotch, without.
I was concerned it was a little too far down,
Yeah.
but it was good.
Yeah. I didn't damage that cherry anymore. I thought I might take that branch off that it was stuck in.
Looks like that branch is dead.
Uprooted the rest of the old stump.
This is pasta.
So now we can work on it now. It's not 20 feet up in the air. Okay, everybody, so next day. Had other things to do yesterday afternoon, so we didn't finish this up. So here's the big log. I'm gonna try to haul it out up through there. You see where the tractor is. I have to turn the tractor about 90 degrees and hopefully go right over those pine boughs, and I think that's gonna be the route of least damage. But then when I get up there to the road where the tractor is, I'm going to rehook to the other end because I'm going to be pulling this out from the small end, which is not the best way, but sometimes situations dictate it. And this log that I just wanted to knock down, actually it's not in too bad shape for being up in the air there for 4 or 5 years. So we may take this one out as well. Doesn't look too bad. Now this probably won't be for structural lumber. That's well aged, but might be good, make good siding or something like that. So we'll haul that out and throw it on the mill as well. So for now, I'm gonna cut off the end there a little bit and maybe square up the butt end and hopefully haul it up that way. And the upper part here that you see is broken. Still has some good wood in it. It's pretty knotty. I think I'll bring this out as well. I'll cut this end off in here somewhere. And might make good siding as well. You can see it's a little ear up there. Ready to cut this one. This is the big one, the butt log. And I marked where I want to cut it. You can tell if that's going, yeah, okay, there it is. That's about a little over 22 feet. The reason I chose there is twofold. There's a crack here that's coming up, ends about there. And I can also get the saw under the log because I forgot my wedges today. I always forget something. So hopefully I won't pinch the saw. Okay, got a choker on it. Trying to pull from the bottom side so that hopefully it helps to ride over some of the stuff. And as you can see, I got the end up in the air. Once I cut this hunk off, this bad hunk off, it wasn't quite balanced, but pretty much balanced on the old log. That I was able to lift it up and then precariously perch it on a stick to keep it there. I'm hoping this keeps it off the ground a little bit more, keep it from digging in. So up to the tractor. Oh, back up to the tractor. And while I got you guys, let me ask you a question. Found this old block at a estate sale. Right here it says Crosby-Western, Lockport, New York. And the other side it has 941 and then 6-inch. And I was wondering if anybody knew what it was rated for. I couldn't find anything on it. Unfortunately, I can't see what's going on down there. Okay, it's off the log. It's stuck on something. Let's see what's going on. I think it hit a stump. Yeah. Ran into this old upturned cherry, I think it was. The root ball's still up here. And it looks like it didn't ride on the bottom of the chain like I thought it might. Okay, plan B. All right, well, I'm gonna take a hunk off this and probably up there as well somewhere after I measure, and then cut this from the stump and we'll get them out of here. This old log, the one we knocked down, is on the hillside, and it may want to roll. So I'm gonna cut it in here somewhere and stay off to the left as much as I can. And this one's obviously in the dirt. Not much I can do besides saw by feel. Once I get down there, you'll see me lift it up a little bit and without the chain running and poke it down, see if there's more wood under there or not. Chain's getting a little dull anyways. All right, I'm working on getting these out of here, and you'll see them down the mill shortly. First one out. Okay, everybody, I had to regroup. Wasn't going too well pulling them out with all the lumps and bumps around here. So this first log is still stuck there. Tried plan A, B, C, 9 up to D, I think, which entailed getting the old log out. I was here, get it out of the way. I think you'll see a bit of that. And plan E, or whatever I'm up to, is going to pull this log back up the hill using that block, and just to get it at a better angle to pull. Pull it up only 4 feet or so. So hopefully this goes smoothly. Now to unhook the block and pull it and swing around and right back up here where the first one went. Well, the tractor just decided to go into regen, so this could be interesting. I want to get this up out of here and get the tractor to the spot that's less susceptible to fire. And that means the PTO is going very quick. I don't know if I like this. Alright, the regen is done. Alright, back to work. Just saw this driving by. First trillium of spring. And there we go, log number 2 is out. Okay, everybody, I'm back from bringing that second one down to the mill. I got the third one prepped, ready to go. I'm going to be pulling it backwards, so from the small end. And I took the hunk off of this at an angle to hopefully have it slide this way and out, rather than butt into it. 22 feet long. We'll see how it goes. Alright everybody, we're down at the sawmill. You can see it over there. I think you can. And we got all 3 logs here. This is the upper section. See the sap is starting to pour out of it. And that's the lower section of the hammer tree. And back here is the dead one. The one that got hammered. Roll it 22 feet or longer. The dead one's actually probably about, oh, looks like about 27, 28 feet. Didn't measure that one. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time. Have a good day.